more fucking around. It's Wild Style Radio. Wild Style Radio.
Stand up and shout!
What is up? And welcome to the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show. We're coming to you live from Salisbury Center Studios in Manassas, Virginia on the Wild Style Network.
We are all champions, man. We braved the elements to be here today to put out the live broadcast that hopefully a lot of people are watching, because what else are they going to be doing in these snowed out houses?
What are you going to do?
Right. You got to listen to the rhythm section of Ladder Match. We have
in the flesh.
Is representing, and you guys have been on now how many times?
Would this be 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
At least.
4 or 5.
We need that Silent Live, like the 5
I think I just got a text from Daniel Ruin.
He's probably got us beat, but
I don't know. That's what we're saying. Like, yeah, you guys are catching up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an honor. Thank you.
I know.
yeah, we loved every single time. This place is super cool.
We love you being here, man. Like we have to have some comeback on some of these, right? Of our favorite acts.
For sure.
Yeah.
We appreciate
that. Yeah.
And you're joining us because in a couple of weeks you guys are performing here again. So
We are, yes.
Yes, on Saturday, February the 7th, along with Cursor, Blazener, and is it Scamamucon?
I think it's Skoomacon.
Macon?
Yeah,
I'll just nod.
Sounds better that way.
Yeah. We played a show with them
that's
a couple months ago at it was called Thrash Giving. It was a benefit show up in Woodbridge, and it was like 10 bands at Waters End Brewery right there in Woodbridge, and they were the opening act, and they were young guys, packed full of energy, and they just blasted. Just a 3-piece. Bass tracks following 2 guitar players and a drummer, and they were fun to watch. For
sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like Anesthesiac.
Yeah.
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 Bring that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys are
Up and comers.
18, 20 maybe. They're young dudes, but they tore it up, and I'd reached out to Daniel Ruin about the next leg, when's the next Salisbury situation. And we were trying to get in, do a show in March, and he said, well, there's a show coming up, but I think it's full. And then actually Cursor reached out and said, hey, we're doing this Salisbury thing. Do you guys want to jump in? We're,
Of course.
Yeah. It's like our home field here.
I will say, like, not to speak to, what was the name again? I'm gonna butcher it if I try to say it.
Skoomacon,
yes. Yeah. I don't even.
You
know
wanted to make me butcher it.
I did. That's why I looked at your
Thanks.
But I can speak to the double bill because we're fans of both bands. Like, we love you guys. We love Cursor. Like, just you guys are 2 strong local acts. So I'm glad that this is.
Thank you. Yeah.
You guys are driving the duality of this double bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a cool mixture of music. If it's you're gonna have a little bit of thrash, and then Cursor's what would you consider Cursor? A little bit more melodic, and it's I don't know the exact
melodic rock. It's like
it's derivative of the Deftones.
I was gonna say they got a mega Deftone feel.
Yeah.
There is some crunchy, heavy moments, but they definitely spend some time on that kind of melodic, rhythmic kind of vibe, like some Deftones.
Yeah.
And we've played with them a couple times, and we went and saw them for the album release for Age of Ruin.
Yes.
They played with Skin Testament. And
Yeah.
That's another band that we trying to get doing more shows with as well. We played with them I don't know how many 3-4 times as well.
Yeah, and
they're always fun. They're young as well,
Yeah.
Another group of young ones.
That theme matched the Halloween.
Oh,
That was down at Sinestral Brewery, right? And like that outside cold Halloween chill of that night. Like the decor, like the music matched perfectly.
It shouldn't have worked, but it worked perfect. Yeah. Like outdoor show in Old Town.
Right.
Well, you could hear the music 4 blocks down the road, and not an issue whatsoever. It was a fun show.
It was. Yeah.
And when they reached out, we were absolutely like playing with both Cursor and Skoomacon, if I'm even saying it right. Blazener, I don't think we ever have played with. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
I think they're kind of like a doom metal, more style. I hope I'm not, from a little bit I've heard from, because I don't know them, other than just discovering them as a. That's how you kind of find bands too. You get put together with them, and then you're like, you form the friendship, and repeat people like, hey, let's do this again, and it's fun building the scene.
I'm hung up on the Skoomacon being a 3-piece. What are they, like a thrash band? It's
thrashy, and it was weird. I'd never seen a band just have a backing bass track with 2 guitar players and a drummer.
Okay,
so it was like, how is this going to work?
Right,
and they came out with like an intro. There was this whole build up, and first band of the day. It's like 4 p.m. That's a hard draw.
Sure,
and you would have thought that place was packed because they just came out screaming.
Awesome.
And it was highly energetic and fun to watch. And as soon as I saw that they were on the bill, I was like, oh, awesome, man. We played with them a couple months ago in Woodbridge.
Sure.
And it's almost like, you get these bands that are just getting started, and you not necessarily take them under your wing, but like show them the ropes a little bit. And we're at a brewery, and these kids are too young to even buy a beer.
Right.
So they're just getting their feet wet.
Right. Yeah.
So to see them added to this bill, it was like, I don't know who arranged that, but that's super cool.
Sounds like a great night of music.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Which leads
starts at 7.
So exactly the upcoming great night of music.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we were talking. I know we were talking about the past. So make sure we're talking about what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, it's next Saturday, I think.
Next Saturday, February 7th.
Yes.
It's already here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So other than just gigging a lot, what else is up with you guys?
Well, Brent's he's not here. He's in Vietnam. That's why he couldn't be here.
One of our guys took a short hiatus and dipped out of the country for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So
but
the tropics.
Yeah. And he's like sent some pictures and stuff, and just that culture shock, and
that plane ride.
He said it was brutal.
Yeah.
It took him like 2 days to get over there.
I did I just went to Indonesia and came back, and that was the most memorable part, was the wicked plane ride.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, of course I remember a lot of other shit. I can't necessarily say that, but like that is pain to be in a tube that long.
And they're 12 hours ahead. Yeah. So right now it's
morning
6:20 tomorrow morning where he's at.
Yeah.
So we'll hear from him, evenings, just checking in. But
I tried to get him to come, and he said, "Honey, I cannot do it for you." And I said, "Hey, man, you got to come back. You've been there too long. It's you ever seen those videos? Day 1 of Vietnam, and day 2 of Vietnam. They So hey, man, we got to get you back. He might never come back.
I mean, I did this. Britt's going to go through this. I did a show less than a week after I returned, and so with that jet lag and like all of that. You were whacked out, and you just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like at like 6 p.m., you just want to go. You think that you'd be up and awake in the next morning, and you're not. Like you're just lagged out and done.
Right.
And I remember like going to 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like I got another 2 hours to do."
No, he gets back on the 2nd or 3rd, so he's going to have 2 or 3 days to kind of get back to normal. Yeah, I'm sure it'll, and we're going to try to practice like the night before, since he's been gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
of course.
And it's like he's going to be struggling, but he's a soldier.
He's been having guitar withdrawals, is what he was saying. So.
Yeah, we were talking a couple of days ago.
I think he'll be eager.
Talking about just the 3 of us jamming while he's gone, and he's seeing the messages. He's like, "Oh man, I'm having a blast, but I'd love to come shred for a couple hours."
Sure. So, but you guys, I feel like the last time we talked, you guys were working on new music, weren't you?
Yeah.
We're still in the process. It's slow and steady, but we have Direct Attack out now.
On all streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or most of them.
And then we're I think the next one's probably Speed of Sound. That's a good fan favorite. Couple touch-ups on drum tracks, and that should be pretty much polished. And
once Sprint's back, we should be.
And just getting the rest of it done, finding that time, But steady at it. pushing to release a full length,
Right.
and
You guys
go
were really
from
motivated.
there.
You were excited about that last time we talked. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Been a lot of time and money and effort, and we're doing it all ourselves, and that's where Brent comes in, because he's like
He's pretty much doing all of it.
educated sound engineer. That guy
I can see that.
even shows here, if there's an issue somewhere, all of a sudden Brent disappears and something got fixed,
Right.
So
You hear
he's
that, John?
not that we've dealt with that. I'm just throwing it out there like that. He's so
John
experienced.
didn't
Like,
even hear that, so don't worry.
all right, good.
You don't even have to
Yeah.
backtrack
No,
on
nothing
that.
against any sound guys here
He's
at
in
all.
his zone.
But we've played some dives over the few years where they were trying, but
Sure.
like things just the infrastructure there wasn't quite. And then Brent's over there, and all of a sudden it sounds great. And you're like, awesome.
You guys were doing, when there was the front room,
Yep.
you did some shows there, and that was basically Daniel Ruin or someone else in the scene
Yep.
was behind the boards trying to keep that together.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know, with the management changes and stuff that
Yeah.
Salisbury's been doing, it like all the shows back here now,
Yes.
they closed off
You're
this
gonna
front
be
room.
out at what they call the main stage, right? So like
Okay.
it's fantastic. I love that arrangement where they basically curtain in the audience depending
Yep.
on the amount of ticket sales that are provided.
Right.
But either way, the stage stays consistent, the sound stays consistent.
Yeah.
We played with Crass Judgment and a few other bands, I don't know, a few months back with the new setup.
Local Palooza.
And it was cool. I don't think it was Local Palooza.
They were in the new.
Nah, just a couple months ago.
Oh yeah.
It was just like
The
four
local
bands, I
Palooza
think.
was the shotgun back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the main. But we were on the back main.
Right.
Either way.
And we've been waiting to hear for that to come back up. Like,
I know.
when are they pulling off a Local Palooza?
It didn't
Evergreen.
happen last
They
year.
didn't do 25.
I was bummed out about that. I mean, you know me, I'm a part of that too. Like I get excited for that day.
Days of Five.
Little
and-
Days of Five, exactly.
Yeah, it's always a blast watching you guys. Like,
Right.
that's where like my roots are. Is that the Cult and all that kind of stuff. Those songs. So I was a little bummed that
I know.
2025, and I don't know what the issues were, but
Right. I think there was, like you're bringing up, change in ownership, change in management.
yeah,
Just change that couldn't, because that takes, with that big of a day and that many acts, it takes a lot of.
Right.
planning.
especially if you're pulling in some national act from
Exactly. A Black Flag.
where
was that
Black
year.
Flag
Right.
was Jimmy's Chicken Shack the year before.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun one. So hopefully 2026,
I know.
we get it back down. We can bring Megadeth in one last show, have them headline.
I'm sure they'll do it for free.
I'm sure Kevin is like
Yeah.
just itching. Have you heard that? Because we were talking about it a little bit before you guys walked in, and I'll confess up, I have not heard all of the songs on the new album, but of course, like you were dropping at midnight.
It did drop at midnight.
Were you there? Were you like at 12:01?
I was like, oh, well, I had it on Apple Music, but I'm like, I wonder if this will download at midnight. It was like 12:05, and flip it open. It's like, do-do-do-do-do-do. And I'm like, all right,
Nice.
ready to go in the morning.
It was like Christmas for you.
Like I told you, I was able to finagle and find a bootleg copy of the album a week
Yes.
before it came out.
Oh, nice.
know
So
what
I had already
You just
been through it.
announced that to the world.
Do you?
If you want the screen name of the person that sent it to me,
Dave Mustaine might come in like, Dave's not gonna be happy about this.
What do you mean you pirated our music?
His last name is not Ulrich.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
You have to do the
Napster.
Metallica stance.
And on
like,
top of that, I've
he's
already
gonna
bought
support
2 copies of it.
just to piss off.
I
like,
bought 2 different copies of it already too.
You're gonna buy like everything, like every
Well,
shirt.
because
every,
when you throw a bonus
ticket.
track on every different type of release,
right, of
that
course.
you can only get it that way.
Well, that was the pisser about streaming is that they would come down to the people that typically are buying the shit out of everything else, on top of it. So like, right, So let me ask you this: like,
Yeah.
we just diverged because Kevin, like about Megadeth. Have you guys heard it?
I've
I haven't
listened to it.
No, I didn't. It
Yeah.
was. When did it release? Was
So it
it?
came out this past Friday. But
Friday?
they've
Okay.
Slowly trickled out. So they had as many as 4 songs that they released before the whole album dropped.
I need to. I'll check it out. I'm gonna check it out directly after this podcast. 'Cause I wasn't aware of the.
Good stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's jamming.
Yeah.
It's weird hearing their version of Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Which is pretty close
Right.
to the original.
Yeah.
Maybe a little finesse on the drums and some solo work.
Yeah,
but
that's what they. So I found today on Liquid Metal on Sirius XM. I guess Jose Mangan did a 2-hour sit down in Nashville with the band. They talked about every song, and so he talked about that, and he said they kind of sped it up a little bit. They wanted to put a little bit of beef to it and beef the drums.
Yeah, and it sounds just that. I mean, there isn't many changes or it sounds like Ride the Lightning, but
I'm going to go to the icing on the cake, right? As I always do. Like it's, the vocals, like that was a big departure for me listening to it, but I liked it because it turns it into, I mean, that's very distinct to Megadeth, is Dave Mustaine's vocal approach.
Right.
Like, right. And that made that feel like, and I was a little bit surprised by that.
He talked about that too. He's like, I tried to sing that song as opposed to, as he said, James's distinctive vocal style.
Right.
To make it a little bit different.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it's a pretty good album. I was telling Jeff before we went on, there's a couple of dogs on the album that I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's on par with the previous album.
That's a real John.
And but Dystopia, it's still not quite to that level. And then obviously the classic stuff, but it's a good album.
yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Like I love them all the way. I mean, Countdown and
Rust in Peace.
But then one of my favorite albums by them is Cryptic Writings.
Yeah,
I just
too.
front to back, it kind of got bluesy a little bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't just speed and how fast can we go. And then the next few albums, I was just kind of like, I don't know, And then Dystopia comes out, and you got Chris Adler from Lamb of God playing drums, and things start changing a little bit.
Yeah.
And now they got Dirk on drums, and that guy is just phenomenal. So the new album, it's good to. It's weird that he's just like, this is it.
Right. That was going to be my next question. You guys you'll say the natural segue. Like,
instead of like a Rolling Stones or a band that's just going to go and go and go and go, he's just like, I'm getting out while I can walk and go play with the grandkids or what have you.
Right.
So it's just like
or play the parts, play the Megadeth parts.
I mean, talking about Rust in Peace, man. I was listening to Hangar 18 on the way here, and just that shreds the entire time. And the ending's like 50 different solos where they just, Marty Friedman and Dave just bounce back and forth. It's like, how long can you run with that energy, you know?
Right.
And he's having a lot of hand issues. It's impacting his left hand, and in order to continue to have full use of his hand, he has to have surgery.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll probably do it, but it happens.
Right. Could
So,
leave him crippled or what have you. But yeah, they're playing with Maiden this summer at Jiffy Lube, so it's,
we got our tickets.
it's a must show. I mean, it's Maiden for starters,
Right.
And then Megadeth's last run. So it's like,
This dude on pre-sale, man, was jacked up.
I bet. Front row pit tickets,
So I saw the two of them tour on the Rust in Peace tour. They opened for Maiden.
That's amazing.
So it's going to be an awesome show.
I wonder what album Maiden was promoting.
That would have been,
Seventh Son?
no, it was, what was the one? Was it No Prayer for the Dying
Okay.
or Fear of the Dark? One of those two.
Yeah.
Kind of came out close together.
I'm sure that was an awesome show.
We were heartbroken. I'm glad this is makeup. When we saw them, this is a makeup show for when we saw them open for Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Was it Breaking Benjamin?
No, Five Finger.
Death Punch. Yeah, that's right. And so, because they were an opening act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were like,
for Five Finger at that,
you're
like,
it was 45 minutes.
Oh,
and it's
man.
like 5 Megadeth songs, and it was done. It's like, fuck.
Right.
At the very front edge of the stage.
This is backwards.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
Sound was off. I mean, they dialed him down. Like everything about it.
And like,
It was heartbreaking.
I don't have like a strong hate or dislike for Five Finger. I'm not a big fan, but like they seemed like the Nickelback of metal. Like everybody kind of trashes on them.
Yeah.
So to have Megadeth as your opener,
Right.
That's kind of like,
who paid who for this shit? You know, like.
And it was the week that The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead went to #1.
Yep.
So like he was trying to celebrate that at that show, but it was anticlimactic.
Couldn't hear him.
Right.
Yeah. Sound guys like let's keep them at 8.
right.
Put Five
Yeah, we don't want
Finger
them,
at 10.
we don't
you know?
outshining Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
You know,
That's tough.
not like they've earned it over the decades.
I wonder if that kind of nudged the end of the road here. He's like, you know what?
Right.
Let's just do one more.
Right.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
So thanks, Five Finger. No,
Oh,
don't come after me.
Do a headlining stint too, so probably would be rolling back through here at least one more time.
that'd be
Hopefully.
cool.
Dude, I saw him at the Fillmore.
At Hammerjacks.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, those club shows, Megadeth at a club show is insane.
I bet. I've only ever seen them big spots, but I actually drove up to Pennsylvania one time. They were opening for Dream Theater.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
Show.
Yeah.
I think Nevermore was actually there as well. Awesome show.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was an album tour. They were just on the road. So it was all the goodies, you know.
Yeah.
You go see an album tour where you're like, all right, I love that first album. They don't play anything, you know. So seeing them not do the album run, you got all those classic hits and stuff.
Sure.
That was an awesome show.
There you go, Kevin. Are you glad we talked Megadeth? I know that you were itching because, like, you haven't even said, like, I don't know if we're going to talk about Megadeth tonight.
Thanks for opening the door.
Yeah, all topics are on the
I
table.
should have wore my Rust in Peace or something.
You know, I didn't think about that either. I should have wore, like, because I have a slew of them too. I should have wore something Megadeth tonight. Sorry, Kevin.
He wrote them all.
That's his favorite.
I've seen you with that shirt. That's awesome. And I saw quickly. I saw like some internet buzz where it was like, oh, they're only doing Ride the Lightning as Dave's last like punch that he was in Metallica, and I'm like, dude, they're two different things here, right? I mean, I love both bands. I'm more a Megadeth guy.
Yeah.
I feel like they just stuck to that.
Consistency. Like,
Yeah.
I heard Rob Halford say that. Like he was asked on a Would You Rather or Who'd You Rather, like Megadeth or Metallica, and he specifically said because of their consistency, I have to go with Megadeth.
And I love Load. I love, that initial like Metallica cut their hair. And
Right.
Load's an awesome album.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of an up and down thing with Metallica, whereas Megadeth's like, we're going fast and fucking loud.
Right.
This is what we do.
Sure.
Right. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. So I never took, I'm not looking at it like, oh, this is the last little nod that I'm in Megadeth, but I'm also wrote these, like, is a cool little added jam.
Well, we talked too. Like, I mean, Substantial. This is one of the big four, right? Of thrash metal. Like,
Sure.
They're the first ones to really go. Like, I guess Slayer kind of did, but then they keep coming back, right? Like, so like. Like really, I feel like Dave is a man of his word. Like when he says he's done, he's done. Like I don't see him kind of flirting with maybe the off-put festival or maybe like, putting together something for this or that. Like he's always been that way his entire career. So why would he change now? Even if he misses it, I think he'd just still be like, well, I'm just done.
Yeah. No, I'm sure when they call it, it's over.
Yeah.
So
Kevin.
Get tickets while you can. Right?
We always say that.
Right.
Live shows.
Go to the live shows, go to the ladder match show.
And because you never know, Brent might not come back from Vietnam, so that might be the last time you see him. Yeah,
you guys might be taking that approach to like laying down his tracks.
Yeah, we'll be a 3-piece.
He does stuff that none of us can do. So we were talking earlier, a couple weeks ago. He's like, well, if you guys have to play without me, and I'm like, that's not an option.
Right.
Like we can hold down the root.
Right.
But he adds so much flair and just shreds and Nah, man, it's got to be the four of us or nothing.
Well, and you guys have that. Like, I'll say that, like, seeing you guys multiple times, like, you just have great stage chemistry. Like, it's apparent that you enjoy being there and being around each other.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot to be said for that, because you could tell bands that don't have that.
Right.
Yes, you can.
We
Even
played
as fans of other bands, like if they don't look like they're having fun,
Right.
that dies down the energy of the crowd.
It
Like,
translates.
They all feed off of
Yeah.
one another.
Right.
So, yeah.
my music is an organic, sensory, sonic experience, you know.
Right.
And it's I don't know, you can feel it. You know, when you get the goosebumps. Some people there was a theory. I don't know how true this is, but apparently, if you take out a cadaver and you can play the bones and they're tuned to a certain key. So I think certain music resonates more with certain people because they can feel it in their bones, and it maybe is that's why you get.
I've never heard anything like that in my life.
I haven't either. And I didn't know he was digging up bodies and figuring this shit out.
Well, that's just a side
That
thing.
is so you. Like,
That's just a side thing. Just a little
bit.
bit.
One that would come in and say
Yeah.
some shit like that.
I don't know too much about but if you guys mean like typo negative or like digging graves or
Right.
something, like, yeah, I might do some.
Sounds like a Cannibal Corpse song.
Right. It's like so Gordon.
I got little tidbits here and there, you know.
Where did you read or hear about this?
I can't remember, but it always stuck with me, and
course.
I need to verify that because it could just be hearsay. But I kind of like it. I want to believe in it, you know. But I think
where I heard it from.
yeah, that part I don't know. I don't know.
So, like, if you're taller, you might be more of a bassy guy.
It could be. I mean, it might be, but your bone density, the length, like you said, the length of your bones, the density. I mean, there's all a bunch of factors that could change the key of the bone.
Right. All
I'm
right.
assuming.
I love this.
That's just.
Yeah. It's the first I'm hearing of this shit.
Watch out when you practice.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense.
Watch
But
out.
yeah.
Watch out at the next rehearsal.
What are you doing when we're not hanging out and jamming? Like,
Gordon says, I got an idea.
yeah.
There's just there's just a bunch of skeletons in my closet, and I'm over there playing xylophone. Oh man,
Dude, that would be tight. A bone xylophone.
yeah, bone xylophone.
Like, that's
That's
funny.
kind of, I mean, if
That's the new
you
song
think
name.
it's been done, that's got to be, like, you know what I mean?
I think so.
There's a lot that's
The
been
bone
done.
guitar.
That, yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Scary. Like, you know, going
That's
Mr.
true.
Yeah.
I think so because if you can shape wood and other material like ceramic, and then put a goat skin over it, and then change the tone, and it's a certain key and keys, and everything's frequencies and everything. So I think it's possible. I'd say 85%.
Yeah.
Bring it back to percentages. It's a callback from the other episodes.
Welcome back from Vietnam, Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him it was just going to be him, and I was joking with him, like, you're just going to be in the show like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Not. Like from Guard. You ever seen that dude or that scene in Scanners where that dude's head explodes? And he's like, That's I sent him that clip for Wayne's World because he was going to be by himself. I was like, yeah, just go up there. You'll be all right. So I was lucky I could make it. I thought I was going to be snowed in, but here we are.
Of course.
But,
and then with moments like that, that is you were like a little quiet on the Megadeth conversation, but damn, we didn't know what was building up.
I thought about saying it, and I was like, no, that's gonna be weird. But like, nah, we'll just say it. Why not? Because who else is gonna say it?
Right.
Basically.
Right.
So
Well, that's what I mean. I think we got a little homework to do to see if, like, bone tones have been done in some type of.
I will come back next time with a verification, and if I'm wrong, I will apologize to the audience and the network, and
Right.
and I hope you can accept my future apology.
Like, remember Wasp, like that band Wasp threw like live meat or like live
Oh,
meat,
yeah.
like meat, like they
Right,
threw
right, right.
meat, like they showered the audience with meat.
Yeah, and it's funny because black metal bands do that, but then it's like Wasp is doing that in the '80s, which I thought was pretty
Well,
crazy.
yeah,
but-
the grinder with its
Yes,
little
and the
cod
buzz,
piece
yeah.
and everything,
Yeah.
throwing out chunks. It's like
Right.
Meat's
Ozzy's
too
biting
expensive
heads
today.
off
He
of
was
bats. They're throwing
sawing
out
it.
pig
Yeah.
blood over
right.
here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a buddy that was in a black metal band down in Austin, Texas, and
Shout out Dave Baxter.
David Baxter, and he played with some guys. They would have like a steady stock of like pig's blood,
Right.
and just the singer. It's almost like a
Brought it
old
out.
mayhem like death metal where it's just it was shock value, you know.
Right.
And
sure.
but you're not looking away.
Right.
You're watching those guys spray this shit. It's like Gwar takes it to the next level, but then
War shows are amazing.
Right.
You better bring something you don't mind getting stained.
Dude,
just a heads up.
Absolutely.
Gwar headlining the 2026 Local Palooza.
It's a great idea.
my
like,
God.
I like
Local
that idea a lot.
Virginia band.
That is strong. Yeah,
That would
It's
be
a strong
amazing.
idea. Yeah.
They would spend $1,000 on plastic to wrap the room, but
This is how grandiose I was for last year's Local Palooza. So, like, we talked about this just more recently in a couple of our more recent shows, because end of January, early February, right? So we like to do 2026 predictions.
Yes.
We referred back to the 2025 predictions. So one of my grandiose ones was that they were going to bring in Turnstile to headline.
Oh, that would be insane. I mean, this place would be
Blew the
packed.
fuck up. I mean, they
Right.
totally. The difference between Turnstile in January and December was amazing. Like the amount of people like following and listening to them.
I love.
Build a tiny desk.
Yes, yeah, right. Like the NPR to the NPR.
Yeah,
Tiny-
they toured. They crowd surfed at Tiny Desk. It's like
right. They had a hell of a year.
I love that band. Glow On was such an awesome album.
Yeah.
And then they put out this last one,
Yeah.
which I felt like was just an extension from
You
Glow
know
On.
what? Yes, you're right. Yeah, they feel the same.
But man, I've seen them 3 or 4 times, and the
for
whole
you.
floor turns into the pit. And it's not aggressive. Everybody's just kind of bouncing. It's fun.
Yeah.
You don't have the hardcore elbows and
Right.
roundhouse kicks and shit.
Right.
But such an awesome band. I saw them a couple months ago down in Richmond, and it was an outdoor show.
I flirted with going, and that was like midweek. Yeah, that was in Browns Island.
Yeah,
huh?
that
Yeah, I
was
flirted with going.
intense.
Yeah.
it was a blast. But like the cops, Richmond cops, were like regulating the crowds.
Yes.
It was a shit show. They were not prepared for what was going on. People got pepper sprayed. The bass player got hit.
They're up in Minneapolis now.
So yeah, that was a wild show. This place would go insane if somehow that got lined up.
Right. That's what I mean.
man.
Like it went from like a release of Never Enough, you know, at the beginning of the year. Like that would be perfect. It'd be the perfect band for like the Local Palooza. And you knew they had a substantial following, but then damn, and then what, like 4 Grammy nominations on top of it?
Right. I mean, best album, best song, like the whole damn shebang.
Wasn't that one of the questions along with Gojira? We had the list of things that we did.
Yes,
Remember the
that's
last
right.
podcast?
Yeah.
That was one of the. I think they were mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I remember
That was
pushing
good.
Turnstile
we did
on.
on the 5s, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, for the decades, you know, kind of, approach to like which band would you choose or which album would you choose to listen to?
right.
On the 5s. And it was Turnstile and Gojira.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gojira.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
That's a tough pick because I
pronunciation.
love Gojira too, man. But they're 2 different worlds, right?
Yeah.
Nah, Turnstile's great.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we kind of have like something like that set up for tonight. Like
Okay,
one
cool.
of our topics.
All right.
So like it is a would you rather approach. So it's not on the 5s, but our topics was supergroups because we haven't really talked too many supergroups. We're going to go through some decades of supergroups. And I guess that's really kind of the question. Which supergroup would you prefer to probably listen to? You probably want to listen to both. I think there's no wrong answer.
It's more who'd you rather?
Who'd you rather? Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I'm not gonna say this joke. It's a family show.
Oh yeah.
Sure it is.
All right, so John.
There we go.
So we didn't go, I think we went as deep as the 70s. We did it on the 5s, but we didn't go back to the 70s. We started with the 1980s. So 2 supergroups from the 1980s. I don't know if you're familiar
Kind of
with
the 70s.
I feel like they're rooted. Yeah, there's a lot of like musicians rooted in the 70s that maybe that's what supergroups do. They wait for a little bit later in their career and then they just kind of recognize that they're superheroes and then they put together the supergroup.
Firm did.
Yeah, the firm was definitely that. All right, the card is back. So from the 1980s, we have the Firm. Of note, Paul Rodgers and Jimmy Page. You know, Paul Rodgers from Bad Company and Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin.
Chris Slade
I was going to say, not that there's anybody else I want to admit there, but Chris Slade.
and Tony Franklin
Yes. Thank you.
went from supergroup to supergroup.
I was going to say he had a supergroup run.
He did.
Because we could have picked a lot of supergroups. We went with 2. And then the Damn Yankees, which from the 70s, featuring Ted Nugent and Tommy Shaw from Styx. And then we also have Jack Blades from Night Ranger, more of an 80s. early 80s, kind of thing. So what would you rather listen to? A little Damn Yankees?
I would say I'm not too familiar with the Firm's music, but I know Damn Yankees, and I'm a fan of Ted Nugent.
Oh, the news.
Probably,
I'd probably lean towards Damn Yankees as well. I love everybody involved. Jimmy Page is a master, and he did a couple of things, right? Like Coverdale Page with Whitesnake, and but you got Tommy and you got the Nuge, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. I could do without. What is it? Heaven isn't too far away, or whatever it is.
That's Warrant. That's a Can You Take Me Higher? Is their
that's
power.
it. Can You Take Me Higher?
They took advantage of the power ballad.
Yeah, right.
That's all.
But it's still a jam
okay.
and tune, right? I'd probably say Damn Yankees.
All right. The Firm, I think their biggest song was Radioactive.
See, I don't even.
I'm a radioactive.
Not a lot of commercial success.
There's not like a real good melody line to play out of that one.
I thought that was Imagine Dragons.
What's that?
I thought that was Imagine Dragons. Never mind.
They also have a song called Radioactive.
John likes to show off how young he is.
I'll take either one of these over Imagine Dragons.
That's awesome.
All right, so 2 Damn Yankees. Kevin, where are you on this one?
I'd probably lean a little bit more towards the Firm.
Really?
Although
I'm surprised by that.
I like Damn Yankees.
I love Damn Yankees. I'm going to go.
Yeah, saw them. And obviously Jack Blades still pulls out the Damn Yankees tunes when Night Ranger plays.
Night Ranger will kind of consider themselves Damn Yankees and still play those songs if you happen to go see them.
It was a tough one.
It is a tough one, but I mean, Damn Yankees had a lot more hits.
Sure.
And I go to the firepower there with the super group.
Yeah.
Right.
And the hits don't have to be the deciding factor, right? Like, I'm not saying that should be the judging or deciding factor, but
and I think
Uncle Ted, you got to give Uncle Ted. Like, he has some just bitchin' soloing. Not that Jimmy Page doesn't, but I think Ted brought it in Damn Yankees.
Yeah. And Paul Rogers has done a ton of stuff. And he's really, I think, underrated as a vocalist.
You're very true. I know, right? Because
Free.
for Radioactive, I don't think that song, like, is their biggest hit, highlights his vocal power.
Not at all.
Yeah. So it's kind of ironic that you have this beast frontman that's not featured in their biggest hit.
Yeah. And it wasn't really heavy guitar like you would expect from Jimmy Page.
Right.
Very 80s.
I think
It did, have like an 80s, almost like a new wave feel to it.
Right. I think there's also a nostalgic feel for me because there was always that commercial that would come on the TV. You'd wake up on the couch and hits from the 80s and Damn Yankees. And so I'd hear that and I'd be like, okay, that's pretty cool. So it's a very nostalgic commercial thing. So I'd probably have to go with Damn Yankees just for that.
The power ballad grabbed you.
Yeah. Just because it's, it's one of those greatest power ballad hits, the greatest power ballads of the 80s. Right. Like, send your money and credit card, so yeah.
I mean, this is a time rich for the power ballad, so.
Oh, yeah.
You got to expect
Absolutely.
it from all groups.
Very true.
All right, let's jump to the 90s.
Okay.
Maybe let John catch up. All right, so 2 supergroups. I think these are powerhouse supergroups. Oh. Powerhouse. We have Mad Season.
Tough one.
I don't think I've heard Mad Season.
I'll let you guys go first.
No, well, Mad Season with Lane Staley. And then what I think is interesting about this is you have Mike McCready in both supergroups, which I think is really fucking cool. So good for you, Mike McCready.
Yeah.
For really kind of, I feel like he's really kind of become a standout, not only through Pearl Jam, but in these supergroups, like his guitar work. So, and then of course, Temple of the Dog, which was the emergence of Eddie Vedder. Really, before there was a Pearl Jam, there was Mother Love Bone.
Yes.
Which with Stone Gossard and Jeff Ament. Though, as a part of that, of course, Chris Cornell, his roommate Andrew Wood being in that, and then the passing of him forms Temple of the Dog and brings in Eddie Vedder as an emerging vocalist in this project.
Pearl Jam spins out of it.
So you get an offshoot. You get the birth of Pearl Jam out of this supergroup. So it's kind of like they were in a supergroup before they were in the regular popular group.
Yeah. That's a tough one, man, because I mean, I'm die-hard Alice in Chains guy. I love. We were talking about a demo for Junkhead that's on the Music Bank album.
Have you heard that? I think it's better than the album version.
You know what? I heard that in your show promo.
Yeah.
That you put on social media.
I've just been on a kick of listening to it every day.
Exactly.
I do that with songs. Like I can't help it.
And then that was pretty slick. Like I like that as a part of that promo that you.
Yeah, it felt epic. It just felt powerful because it's the chorus. And the way that song's produced, the demo, it's when they have the chorus and the harmonies are happening, it's on the album. It sounds kind of like almost overproduced to where it sounds so clean and mechanical. Where the demo is very raw and more of a live feel, and it just feels like this energy to it.
Sure. That
the polish of the studio and the finalized album version kind of takes away from.
Yeah.
Because I heard that first, and then I went back to that because just revisiting Alice in Chains. I was always into punk and like thrash and stuff, so I knew about it from my dad and listened to radio and stuff, but so I'm really revisiting that and
the whole grunge scene.
Getting into especially Alice in Chains in particular because I just love songs you can sing to and harmonize, and I do that all the time. So
sure,
yeah. So it's just something fun. But I've heard of Temple of the Dog. I didn't know Mad Season, but I have to check him out because of Lane Stanley, headline or being the singer in that band.
Yes, he's the vocalist. And then evidently, to add on to this, and Kevin, you might have more factoids. Kevin's always full of factoids. But this has really kind of been emergent to him as a songwriter. He has more songwriting presence in Mad Season than he did in Alice in Chains, from my understanding. So, not that he didn't write in Alice in Chains, he did, but this was really more of a showcase of his songwriting in Mad Season.
And you had Jerry kind of driving that wheel in Alice in Chains too.
Right.
I don't. As far as picking between the two, I gotta go Temple of the Dog though. That album front to back.
It's a beautiful album.
Just call me a dog, like all of it. I mean, Mad Season's great. River Deceit's awesome. But man, just, and the spinoff, like you're saying, you get Pearl Jam out of that.
Yeah.
And those guys are all. I know they just got a newer drummer, and Matt Cameron's out. But nah, man, I love Apple, the Mother Love Bone album.
Yeah,
I recently just got that on vinyl, and it's up in my little shadow box frame. So to come out of Mother Love Bone, and then this album comes out, Temple of the Dog, I'm 95% on the Temple side. Yeah.
I love it. So I love that you brought up Matt Cameron, because I always love this. I have this just burned out stoner friend that just insists that Matt Cameron is Pearl Jam's drummer.
Right.
And I'm like, no.
He was the grunge drummer though.
But he was everywhere.
So he was everywhere.
So and kind of birthing, he just came from Soundgarden into Temple of the Dog, rolled back into Soundgarden, and rolled right into Pearl Jam and any other band that would take him, right? So
it's a pretty incestuous scene.
It was a very incestuous, but Matt Cameron was the most incestuous, right?
Right.
And his drum work on Temple of the Dog, there's some stuff. For me, because I played drums before I started playing bass.
Yeah, he's a drummer. He's just helping pretty much with bass. He plays bass, but that's not what you're used to. Forte.
I started playing drums in grade school.
Very rhythm section though.
Yeah, I mean
bass was a very natural, progression.
Yeah,
he gets it.
But hearing some of the Matt Cameron stuff on Temple back, 1990 or whenever the hell that album came out, was I've never heard anybody do a role like that, or his fills and stuff. He is top 5 drummers for me, for sure.
Yeah.
That dude's phenomenal.
Yeah. Where are you going to go, Kevin?
Temple of the Dog.
Yeah.
That one's huge. Yeah, I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan.
I didn't know where you were going to drop, actually. You said it's easy, but I wouldn't have guessed that for you.
Yeah, but Temple of the Dog, that was when that came out, because that was right in my wheelhouse at the radio station.
You gave me the album.
I had the even before it was released to the public, I had a copy of that.
You gave me the copy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
It's just great stuff.
I'm with you there, man. That album, I think is just, if it's ultimately to the passing of his best friend, right?
Yeah,
it is so heartfelt.
I mean, if you followed the journey, if you were a fan of Mother Love Bone,
right?
I mean, opening tracks, Say Hello to Heaven, you're just I'm not going to cry. You're crying. I'm not crying.
I know.
That was so disappointing, because when Mother Love Bone was starting to break, that was I got that album.
It was 89-ish.
Yeah, 89. It was way in front of Soundgarden, any of the grunge stuff coming out, Green River, all that stuff. And a friend of mine that worked at the local record store here. He's like, dude, you need to check this out. This is the next thing that's coming. And I loved it. And then,
still do.
I still love it. It's just the potential that group would have had.
Oh, yeah.
Had that not happened.
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's weird to think that like you maybe wouldn't have gotten a Pearl Jam.
Right.
The whole scene would have changed,
Right. Eddie Vedder just would have stayed surfing down in San Diego.
Right. It's like the butterfly effect,
Right. Yeah.
This guy doesn't do heroin. We got a 30-year career.
Yeah.
So that was sad, and I still cherish both Mother Love Bone and Temple all the time. I mean,
Yep.
I have my little vinyl collection, and it's like I buy those albums that were important to me, or
Right.
just kind of stand out. It's like, do I need every Pantera album? Sure. But did I start with like Great Southern, you pick your faves.
Absolutely.
And both Temple and Mother Love Bone,
That's the beauty of buying
staples.
music. When you have to buy music and there's not getting like the full streaming service, of everything that's available. You have to be selective. You have to be intentional because you don't have a limited, unlimited. At least I don't have a wallet to like deal with it. You have to be selective and really know what you love.
and now that vinyl's back, I mean, they're $40-$50 an album.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
Temple.
used to work at Furnace Record Pressing in Alexandria.
Okay. Yeah.
I did the one of the manual presses. I did that for a while, but Metallica actually bought that company out. So, but I stopped working there before that. So, like, oh great,
Yeah.
we have ours. Let me fill in for you, and you're like not feeling it tonight. Anyway.
Mark, we have a buddy that still works there, and he's done them.
Daycare Swindlers. They played here. Remember them?
Yeah.
The drummer Mark Ryder.
Okay.
He's in Daycare Swindlers.
So he's posting pictures hanging out with Metallica, and you're like, this. And they're just like touring the factory, and you're just like,
He could do like, what was that? The documentary about when music became free.
Oh yeah, when music got free.
You could slide the next Metallica album.
How they would basically, it was a great documentary. I think it was it Paramount or Hulu? It was one of the
It's on Paramount.
Paramount, yeah. It was basically coming out of one plant in Tennessee. It's a CD press plant that, of course, the employees were getting paid shit.
Right.
So, like, they could find people that would want them to hack an album and, like, get a bootleg CD out of that. And then it would go to the nethers of the dark side of the internet.
Right.
And then propagate outward from there. Right. That was that was ground zero for all of it. And they could never figure it out, like, because, that it was coming ultimately from this one printing press.
Oh my goodness.
How much bootlegging do you think there was of vinyl? Because CDs people could rip and burn for each other, but I mean, I know I definitely got some bootleg vinyl that someone I guess worked late at the plant and just pressed a couple of the masters. But do you think there was as big as a bootleg market for vinyl?
I know that it was been harder to smuggle it out, right? Because those guys were being watched, and so like a CD is easier to jam down your pants or whatever. You're not gonna be able to do that with a vinyl record.
45
cassettes. I mean, cassettes. I think is probably where it really started to hit. Because the tape trading and that kind of stuff.
That Lars has spoken to doing over and over and over.
yeah, that started Metallica, right?
But now you can't do that. You must pay me for that.
Right.
I mean, that's how bands like Dave Matthews Band got signed, because they would let people come to the show with a cassette and give it to the sound engineer, and he'd run a dub of the show, and they started trading it around, and one of their demos got to John Popper, so they ended up on the Horde tour, and then they got their record deal with RCA, being a side stage band on the Horde tour.
Right.
Wow.
Damn.
All through tape trading.
Right.
And to open up for John Popper,
Right.
that would be tight. Always like some blues travel.
Yeah, I really do. I think that's one of the bands just amazing
I remember
harmonica work on everything.
seeing an episode of
Brings it to
Roseanne back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Where
He was on
Blues Traveler. They were on an episode. I guess apparently John Popper and John Goodman are like good buds.
Yeah.
The
So there's
Johns.
like an old '90s episode of Roseanne where he's blasting harmonica at like some local bar.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing that because I used to watch Roseanne.
I was like, what the hell is going on? You know?
John Popper.
John Popper.
John Popper, John Goodman, and John.
Yeah,
and the
John
sound.
Caniford.
John Caniford. The three Johns.
I love it. 3 J's.
Three.
All right, let's get to the 2000s.
Yes.
I think this is a super tough
Picking
one.
some tough ones.
You got Chris Cornell back again, like floating between supergroups. Chris Cornell and the rest of Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave, and Velvet Revolver, which to me basically is Guns N' Roses with a hijacked Stone Temple Pilots frontman.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So you have some rooted supergroups. I think this is like almost like you have at least 3 guys in each band from a single band, right? So there's 3 from Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave, 3 from Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver.
Yep.
Scott Weiland, of course, fronting that, almost taking that Axl Rose slot. So this was these supergroups in their heyday. You guys have any choices for this one?
I think Velvet Revolver did. I know the first one. I don't know if they did a second album.
They did, yes, they did too.
But for me, again, kind of in my grunge days, like the Audio Slave, the first album, just again front to back's great, and the first Velvet Revolver is really good.
Yeah.
Slither was like the big hit off of that.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
And then you got Cochise off of the first Audio Slave.
Yep.
I would probably go Audio Slave. But that's a tough one.
It is. I think this is the super tough.
Yeah.
This is the super tough supergroup.
That's hard because,
Damn
like you said,
hard call.
you got Duff and everybody with Velvet.
And Slither, to me, if you just listen to the instrumentals of that song, you could insert Axl Rose and it would be a Guns N' Roses song.
Absolutely.
Like you bringing up that song.
I agree.
Scott Weiland turned it into his song, and he does great with the vocals on that. But like, that just feels so much like a Guns N' Roses song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of like kind of B tracks on that album for Velvet that were really good.
Yeah.
Fun drum songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a depth that Cornell and those Rage guys. I mean, Tom Morello's
Yeah.
freaking madhouse.
Yeah.
But probably Audio for me.
Yeah. Gordon,
I might
Bones, any Bones? Bones to pick.
maybe maybe Velvet.
Okay, you want Velvet Revolver on that one.
Yeah, maybe. I think
All right.
that's kind of a hard one too because you know they're
I think it's
both
a damn-
good.
like-
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's always by a nose. This is going to be one by a nose. There's no
that's
bad
a
choice.
tough one. That's been the toughest pick out of the 3.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, like, this is what I think about kids these days. You know, these young kids coming up. It seems to me when I hear kids talk about Chris Cornell, and like, you know, because that was just acknowledged, you know, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Soundgarden, you know, going in, they acknowledge Audio Slave first. Like, to me, I wonder if this is the project that Chris Cornell is ultimately going to be remembered for,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Not Soundgarden,
Because
but
those
Audio
young
Slave.
whippersnappers, that's all they know.
Right, like there is. I guess it's the style of the music. There's something that draws in a younger crowd. I feel.
Or some of his solo stuff.
Yeah. Well. Question two. I mean, I just feel like Audio Slave is what those kids talk about these days when it comes to Chris Cornell.
Yeah. Agree.
What do you
Which
got?
is-
Kev? What do you got on this one?
So I love Contraband, but you know, Chris took that Audio Slave to a whole, and I love Zach De La Roca too, but working with the 3 guys from Rage took that group to a whole different level.
Right.
First Audio Slave was great. The second one was even maybe not as commercially popular, but it was a great album too. So yeah, probably Audio Slave by a hair.
I'm going to surprise you on this one. I'm really going to, because you know I worship at the altar of Chris Cornell. Like, I just love me some Chris. I'm a huge Soundgarden person, and I love Audio Slave. But I'm going to pick Velvet Revolver by a hair. Like I said, I'm surprised Kevin at least on this one. I like the chemistry. I'm going to go to that. Like, we were talking about chemistry and feel. And it's not that wasn't as present as Audio Slave, but I think when musicians mix, I don't know if you agree, this is my cocktail philosophy on musicians, right? Like, you could mix like bourbon and ginger ale and it tastes amazing, right? Mm-hmm. You can drink bourbon and you can drink ginger ale and they can taste amazing. But if you take tequila and ginger ale, you know what I mean? It might not work out, but you could still drink the tequila and maybe with Sprite. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's going to work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that would be a slammer.
That would be a slammer.
Right.
Exactly. So like that's my, and you guys know this from playing with different people. Like right, it just, even though they're great musicians, it just might not fit together. As I hear when I hear some Audio Slave songs, I feel like I'm listening sometimes to a Rage song that Chris Cornell happens to be singing on, and sometimes then I feel like it's a Chris Cornell song, and then they're trying to keep up.
Yes,
You know
right.
I mean? Like,
Now that makes a lot of sense.
you know, and
I agree.
It doesn't, like, Velvet Revolver is more fluid to me. Like it doesn't feel like a super group. It feels like they're their own group. It's almost like what happens with Alter Bridge and Creed. Right, like, you know,
right.
like, you know what I mean? When Miles Kennedy comes in and takes over Creed, it turns into a whole different band, and it gels.
Right.
To me, in a way better way. So, like, you know what I mean? So, like, that's where I'm going with my Velvet Revolver pick, based on chemistry. But God, do I love both bands?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, the chemistry thing. Like, I've known him for so long, since middle school or high school. I was probably middle school when I knew him. I knew Sebastian, the lead singer guitarist, when I was in 8th grade. He was in 10th grade. Brent, I met I think from 2013 maybe. Since then, so and I played music with Sebastian and Brent, and we've played around each other in similar bands and have similar music tastes, and so I think there's that chemistry element is very present in Ladder Match for.
It's very apparent to me. Like I said, watching you guys, not knowing that history, you just know it when you see it. You know, and
it translates very well.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's like having multiple wives. You know, you're like, if you don't click with these guys, like you got to spend all this time with these dudes.
Right.
It's a relationship. It's like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something.
Right.
I try not to nag that much though. It's hard.
Clean up the house.
I need to tell myself clean up my own.
You could be the most talented dude, but if
you're a dick,
not very pleasant to be around, then
that's very true.
Fucking bones are all over the place.
Right. Yeah, don't worry about him. We took care of him.
That was Mark from down the street.
He's a B sharp. I failed music theory, so I don't know if that's a good note or not. We'll see, but I can't read music. I can't read music. It's all been audible, just anything. Like I can't read sheet music. Right. You know, anything I've learned on guitar, I just listen to it and I find it and I go, that's the same note. You know?
Sure.
Or vocals, similar, but
sure.
So, like I said, I don't know. The
Same with his bones.
So that's a theory.
We're just fitting in pieces.
I want to believe it. We'll see. We can next time if you have us back. You're like, we can't have that guy back. He's a.
Oh no, we're asking
the producers.
Podcast is under investigation.
John's already called the police. He's already got the cops are out there waiting for me. Yeah, we found him. Yeah. Oh man, no wonder. Here's something. You notice how people are dying, but their cemeteries doesn't seem to be being built. Think about that. What's going on with that? You ever think about that?
I did not.
How many people are dying and how many cemeteries have you seen?
Oh my God.
Anyway, we'll get back to the music here. This is taking a weird route now. Halloween is many months away, so.
How many skeletons you have prepared?
Yeah.
Now you got John interested.
Hey, there you go. I knew we'd find our target audience.
Our new stage props is real live skeletons.
We're going to have a xylophone player.
Bones and different bones.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be awesome.
All right, let's jump to the 2010s.
All right.
Oh, man.
Fresh bones. All right,
21 too far.
Wait, John's all over the map.
Oh,
all right, John's like really.
It's like, hurry up, pick your
Is
truth.
that left-handed mouse you have out there? That messes me up too.
It's not me. It's this thing's doing weird stuff.
It's the left-handed mouse.
It's these ghosts that he brings in from his corpses that are now moving the stream.
Ghost in the machine.
Us. Yeah.
That left-handed mouse kills me every time.
It's a flash round. He's like, oh, here's the thing real quick. Pick it. Go no. I saw them crooked vultures and
really no room.
Them Crooked Vultures.
The winery dog. Oh, there's Mike
winery
Portnoy.
dog.
All right, and I see
Yeah,
Queens of Stone
Gordon.
Age and Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl, yep. And then you got
who's
John
that?
Paul
And
Jones
some
Led
some
Zeppelin.
dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some old guy.
Yeah, some old dude.
My mouse on my left side, so it don't.
Yeah. So like the 2010s, the emergence of Them Crooked Vultures. So we're bringing that up. You got hybrid of Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age, and Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Along with the Winery Dogs. So the Winery Dogs, Mike Portnoy from Gene Theater. You have Billy Sheehan, Mr. Big, also Mr. Big.
Oh, Mr. Big.
Yeah, Mr. Big.
Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah.
It was the album that had the guy with the cigar, and it was like a cartoon. And
Yes.
my dad had that album.
Yeah.
And that's one of the albums as a kid. I was like, "What is this?"
Richie Kotzen,
Yes. Thank you, Richie Kotzen.
who
Also
replaced C.C. DeVille.
in Poison, right? He did a
that's
stint
right.
like a several
We'll have
years.
to ask about that one. I don't think we'll be
never
allowed
have.
to talk about that.
Yeah, we have to ask Pete about him. Yeah.
Someone messing around with someone's girl.
Right. Both 3 pieces.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go on this one.
Them Crooked Vultures, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't heard either one, but based on Queens of the Stone Age and Foo Fighters, I'd have to choose that. I mean, Mike Portnoy is a fantastic drummer.
Yeah. He is a beast.
But I don't know what they sound like. Based off of what I know these guys sound like, I think I'd have to just pick
Winery Dogs is a hell of a rhythm section. I'm not going to like take away from the Crooked
no.
Vultures rhythm
For
section.
sure.
Yeah.
They
yeah, 'cause
have-
that's
and
another.
The vocal work and stuff
Right.
throughout the Winery Dogs
Yeah.
and Mike on drums.
Billy Sheehan on bass. That's a mean.
That's
It does sound like a
that's
good combo. Yeah.
some damn good tunes, and not to discredit them by any means, but that self-titled the Crooked Vultures album, man.
That's a beast album.
I mean,
That's an excellent album.
Queens, that they are such a badass band and just such a wide range in their
You're so
discography.
grunge. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
learning so much grunge about you.
Oh yeah, he knows all
Yeah.
the stuff. I'm
Yeah.
glad he's here.
And
'Cause
then,
I'd
like
be
Foo
like,
Fighters are Foo Fighters.
Of course. Yeah.
And John Paul Jones comes in. Let's add some funky keyboard and organ.
Right, yeah.
There's a song on there, Scumbag Blues, on that album.
Yes,
It
yeah.
sounds like Cream.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
fuck is this? Yeah, front to back, that album, another vinyl that I've added to the collection. And I'm like, where's number 2?
Right.
What are you guys doing?
I know.
You got.
Which is that's kind of Josh Homme. He's just kind of like fleeting that way. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He likes his projects when he likes his projects to me, and then he seems to move away into another one. And
Right.
That's that. So
I
Yeah.
love the Caius stuff that they.
I love I do. I love Caius. I'm with you there too.
It's like that stoner desert rock.
Totally.
You know? Just
Great. It's so thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't disappointed when Queens of Stone Age put out their first, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Good move, dude. Good move. And then just that correlation with Dave Grohl and playing drums on a couple albums,
Sure.
and then let's just do a supergroup album and get
Yep.
John Paul Jones to come play.
We need a
bass.
bassist.
Like, who made that phone call? You know?
right.
Well, and both of those guys, they kind of go all over the place and will jam and record with all different groups.
Oh yeah, Dave Grohl's got that reel to reel, and you got Trent Reznor, you got Corey from Slipknot,
Yeah.
and all those tunes sound great, man.
Yep.
But yeah, Vultures for me.
Yeah. I think that's where you went to.
Yeah,
Gordon, right?
yeah, I'd say so. Like I said, I am not too familiar, but based off the lineup, I think that would probably be. I mean, I could be completely wrong. And be like, this isn't what I thought it would be. I think based off the lineup of their other endeavors, I would have to go.
Sure.
Yeah,
You got some homework when we get.
I know. I don't.
Vultures.
I know so little of some of these things in here.
I know, right?
That's why Mike's the proper guy to have.
Gotta
I'm
get
just.
out of the graveyards. And
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's shit's quiet out there. That stuff's quiet.
We've all went Vultures on this one. I think it's unanimous across the board. I like the Winery Dogs. I mean, how can you not like Mike Portnoy? Like,
Yeah.
gotta give him some love.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Anything you
And
That's
Billy.
why. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy's got a history.
Of
you know?
course.
I mean,
David Lee Roth, like getting into the David Lee Roth material. Which
Zippity bop. No, I know some David Lee Roth, man. My dad loved Van Halen. That was his favorite band.
Sure.
For sure.
We got
That was certainly a super group.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to take this guy and this guy and this guy and. All right.
Kinda
better than Van Halen.
You could have did David Lee Roth's solo band as a super group. Yeah.
Have you guys heard the isolated vocal track for Hot for Teacher? Or like any kind of isolated vocal? Man,
I mean,
do yourself a favor. It's
I
just
hear some of the stuff.
you know, yeah,
Run with the Devil's good too. Just vocal track.
yeah, just be silent, and all of a sudden you hear that. Yeah, it's fun. It's give it you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ross. You gotta give him those props.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's the man, right? I mean,
Yeah.
All right, John, we're going to jump. We're going to finish up with the 2020s. Okay, so the 2020s, I feel like there's a waning of supergroups. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's the streaming age that's kind of peeled this off. So what we did was we gave acknowledgement to the Back to the Beginning festival, where I feel like, you know, in Ozzy's Back to the Beginning festival before his passing, where we saw some supergroups hit a stage. So, and they shifted, right? So, like, these could be changing. It was always Tom Morello's supergroups. And there was a supergroup A and there was a supergroup B, depending on when it happened on the festival that day. So Supergroup A, we see Jakey Lee, Nuno Betancourt doing the Ultimate Sin, along with Lizzie Hale. Lizzie Hale was singing that version. I can't remember. Was there 2 bassists, I believe, like on stage at that time?
I see one behind the
Dave
Lizzie.
Ellison
Okay,
playing
that's right.
bass
Dave
during
Ellison
that.
that's right. He was playing bass on that. I forgot about that. All right, and then we got Supergroup B. A lot of different vocalists. There were different vocalists for each, but I think there was more of a change
Yeah,
in
each
vocalists.
song they did had a different vocalist.
Yes, Supergroup B. But we had to give the acknowledgement because this was the emergence of Steven Tyler that nobody was expecting that day.
Oh wow.
yeah, and
Like,
he
with his
did great.
Right, yes, exactly. And it was the front
awesome.
man that he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's good. Man.
Which has snowballed this whole Youngblood thing.
exactly.
And
Yes.
Steve Tyler and Joe Perry and
Yeah.
that whole thing.
So which super group would you prefer to kind of watch there? And it could be an homage to the song, too, because you do have an Ozzy song. And Supergroup A did all Ozzy songs with The Ultimate Sin. And then you have Supergroup B, which is an Aerosmith song of Train Kept A-Rollin'.
And I mean, I love old Aerosmith, and rocks and all that stuff. But I think I would go A just because of Jakey Lee.
And you know what? I love Lizzie Hale. I think she's like a great student of rock and roll. I think that if we threw any of these little gamey kind of things in front of her, she'd be just like blasting out so many factoids, it'd be ridiculous.
Oh
Yeah.
And like I think that like what she did and all of the vocals for her performances at that festival were such a great homage to Ozzy. She just nailed the vocal performances there. So I got to give a shout out there, like in that direction for Supergroup A. 'Cause I'm a big Lizzie Hale fan in Hailstorm.
Yeah, I like Lizzie as well, and yes, I watched that whole thing, and she killed it.
Yeah.
and so did Steve. Train kept rolling, and
Yeah.
and that was kind of like, how's this gonna go? Because I know the tail end of Aerosmith, like he had some vocal issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then just Jakey Lee, man. I mean,
I know,
Ozzy,
I know,
and
yeah.
what the Bullet Boys
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the
Oh,
day, or Badlands.
Yes, Badlands.
Badlands.
Yeah.
Those couple albums were just shredders, man. Nobody
Yeah.
played guitar like that,
Right,
you know.
right.
And now Ozzy just the luck of guitar players
And
is
Rough
is
Cut. He
so
was
low.
the original
That's
guitar
right.
player in Rough Cut.
Well, those Badland albums, are they now available? They finally available on streaming platforms? They still unavailable?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one's still unavailable.
Yeah, every time I try to find it,
Yeah.
nowhere.
Sucks.
I still have a cassette of it, but
Right.
but fast forwarding to
Yeah.
Devil Stomp or whatever. You know?
I lost my CD copy of that, and I actually went out and found one that I could buy.
Damn.
That was affordable because it's out of print, and everyone's charging an arm and a leg for it.
Sure.
Now I got to try and find it on vinyl somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the next one.
Right.
So yeah, Group A.
I think probably as well.
Stick it in, man. The band is staying together.
Yeah, just because I don't know. I think considering they did a lot more, you said Ozzy covers. I think I'll just by default in general.
Stick with Ozzy.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you going, Kevin?
I love Lizzie, such a beast vocally, and it was cool. You know, I think it was the right song for Jakey Lee to come back in and pay his homage.
Yeah.
But the way I felt when Tyler came out and just knocked it out of the park, that blew me away. That was one of the highlights for me of that show. I mean, there were tons of great performances, but I was not expecting that, and not to the extent that he did it. So
Yeah.
I'm leaning that way.
No, me too. Also, like, if not Chris Cornell, then it's going to be Steven Tyler. So, like, I just love the front man that he is.
Yeah.
Even this would be really like, this is going to be really douchey and really kind of like almost like glam metal, like, you know, kind of an acknowledgement. But I love the Bohemian, like the style, man. Like before even like I started to sing, like you knew it. Like he has that confidence and that swagger.
Yep.
That came right out front stage, and I'm like, damn, he's on. Like I know that's going to like kill this performance. So, like he doesn't need to sing a note. Like he just like did his thing, the strut. He had like the Bohemian look. It was all going down, and I'm like, yeah, he's just gonna crush it, and he did. So like,
and I don't really put Aerosmith and Sabbath in that same basket. So it was just like, what the hell's he doing here? And all of a sudden it was like, oh, that's what he's doing here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Planting a seed.
That's it. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that final farewell to Aerosmith, right?
I'd imagine it's sooner than later.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
They did their little Vegas residency, and it's like, okay, let's do one more like world rap and call it a day. You know?
Yep. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it. That's our. We can't go past into the 2030s. I have no idea what supergroup's going to emerge. John, did you recognize any of these supergroups?
Yeah, so I remember earlier I said I didn't recognize any from the 80s. Damn Yankees, I remember. I don't remember the song, but I remember seeing them because they were on one of my early compilation albums. But yeah, I started recognizing.
I was going to ask if it was at your wedding. Did you play that song? Was that a dance song at your wedding?
What is their big song?
Can You Take Me Higher?
Can you take me higher? It's like that. It's right?
No,
It's like a ballad.
Yes.
So earlier
that was a slow dance.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
I sent you some slow jams. You never commented on that. So he was talking about the isolated vocals of David Lee Roth. I just pulled one if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Of course you did. Of course you did, John. Which song? Or we have to? Or can we guess?
Oh, that would be fun.
Let's
What
guess.
song is this from? Yeah.
Name that tune. We'll do it. Name that tune style. So you can get it first.
Least I don't need.
Yeah.
That I base that
That's Running with the Devil. That's Running with the Devil. I wanted to say that first. I was like, wait, that's not right.
The devil. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it going, John.
Hot for Teacher, Isolate. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Zippity bop. Oh my God. Chris Kattan.
Yes.
Chris
I found the
Kattan.
simple life ain't so simple. When I jumped out on that road, I got no love you'd call real. Ain't got nobody waiting at home.
I don't know. I used to be able to do that. I don't even do it anymore. I can't do it. I tried.
I think David Lee Roth's in that boat too.
There we go. Yeah.
That's why he's got the backup singers now.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah. I think Axl Rose is kind of like he has a really deep voice, and to get that high is just. I don't know if he can do it anymore.
Well, I feel like we were watching a lot of backup singers pull that too. We were talking.
This year.
That is
Whoa!
That is beautiful.
Oh man, I love. That's one of my favorite songs by them.
Teacher, stop that screaming. Teacher, don't you see? Don't want to be no uptown.
Over my girlfriend's
Maybe I
like she's
should
an
go
intercom in her classroom.
home, but I'm doing well. Teacher needs to see me after school.
Break that in.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with the tech.
Can I play one more time who this is?
Wait. Oh.
Give to me, sweet sacred bliss. Your mouth was made to suck my kiss. Give to me, sweet sacred bliss. Your mouth was made to suck my kiss.
Hell yeah. I like early Red Hot.
That was Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Looks just like him.
Anthony, not Kiedis.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't mention anything about California though. That's what I thought. It might not have been the real Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Right?
He looks very similar.
It might have been in another snowed out show, or I feel like that was very snowy. Was that the New Year's after New Year, John? The Evic show?
No, it was.
Oh, it was that Typo Negative tribute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was solid. Those guys were good.
I missed it.
Yeah, that was stunning. Like, those were not easy vocals to pull off.
I bet.
And not necessarily like in terms of the pitch, but stylistically.
Oh yeah.
You know, everybody's expecting.
This is,
yeah.
his Bible
I wanna do
over
it.
here
Yeah.
is Typo. So.
Yeah, that dude sounded great, man. That vocalist that did that. Oh, yeah, you do. You have the shirt.
See if I can see it.
Representing.
Yeah, there you go. To move the beard and everything. World Coming Down. That's my one of my favorite. I don't know. It's one of the favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you had if you wanted to be like Typo Negatives, I'll tell you all about that. Like, yeah. But this album's like this, but this album's like that. You know. Yeah. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, Mike's got all the information. This guy knows what he's talking about. So.
Look, you guys are not going to be snowed out. February 7th.
I hope
almost
not.
said the 11th, which would have been bad. February 7th. We're not. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll be here.
Yeah.
The roads are clear. Like if you can get the 66 into town in Manassas, it's all clear.
Right.
I mean.
And I know they're calling for something this weekend, but I think it's going to kind of skirt the Carolinas.
We got a whole nother week after that.
Right.
And then we got evidently warming temperatures after that. So February 7th, ladder match and cursor are going to happen. Isn't that right, John?
Absolutely.
John's saying yes. If John says yes, it must be true.
Good
All right.
deal. We're looking forward to it.
We'll be here for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stopping by again.
Yeah, we'll do this. Isn't the last time.
Yeah.
You know, like
We'll bring the rest of the crew next time.
love it, man.
Yeah.
We miss Sebastian and Brent, man.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
great people too.
Us too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
All right. See everybody
February 7th.
Saturday, February 7th for some ladder match and cursor. And what was the other band?
Blaziner and Skoomacon.
Skoomacon. That's
Yeah.
gonna kill me. I'm gonna get that right one day.
Go.